consistency as we go into the second game of the series. Will they find that consistency that we were talking about as they go up against Ownage yet again for the second game? Here we go. Kimmy and the Esmeralda taken out of the hands of Onic, and as well as the Kaj is going to be banned right now.
Yes. Was actually thinking, will they still going to be using? It's like whenever you're going to be using like heroes like Estes, this is like something like an ace.
Yeah, it's
card.
like a pocket pick.
Yes, like a pseudo pick that you would only pick just to surprise your opponent.
Yeah.
It's not something you see every day. But what I really want to see right now, would Onic be having a lot of ace on their sleeves?
Yeah,
still?
you know, I think so, because they hovered over the Rafaela.
Yes.
So I think they still probably have that up their sleeve. I think Onic have a lot, because they're so fresh. That's the thing, was a new team. No one knows how to play against them.
Exactly. Well, you did say regarding with the Rafaela being very popular on overseas,
yeah,
international,
at least in
and
Indonesia.
Seeing Onic is actually a team from Indonesia getting a team.
So they
there
have learned from the best.
There's a big possibility that they actually learn a different meta.
Wouldn't it be so cool if you imagine this? For 1 second, just close your eyes, ladies and gentlemen at home. You're a kid. You're like say 10 years old. You're not 10 years old. You're 15 years old, 16, 17, 18. You're a very young gun. You've just come in. You've learned Mobile Legends and you've made a team. You started playing. You started getting good. You're very high rank, and then suddenly you're playing for the MPL. You suddenly have that chance to be able to go because you qualified. You beat Team Rumble Royale in the qualifiers.
Yes.
And then actually somehow managed to end up in the regular season. And in that process, you get picked up by your idols. You're now the #1 team at the moment in the world, Onic. The team Onic of all people, and now they're probably learning for each other. So you can imagine for Onic PH right now, for this squad known formally as Dream High, how this can feel like it's such a dream. You know, it feels like they're meeting their idols. They're on this high. It feels like they're rock stars. It must be crazy. So Mobile Legends does make dreams come true.
Exactly. It's like you're playing on a certain liga in your barangay, and you're gonna be suddenly be playing like with LeBron.
Yeah,
you're gonna be playing with
you
Michael
get drafted to the NBA.
Exactly. That's how it actually feels right now. Though there's a possibility that they're trying to live up to expectation. It's because you're Onic. You need to be as good as this one.
Yeah.
But I hope that that's not their mindset.
I definitely hope so, because it's like this. You're 5 friends. You're playing basketball in your barangay league. Out of nowhere, Golden State Warriors comes up to you. You're like, hey, y'all play for us now. We have another team. You come join the NBA, and then you play in the international league.
Yes.
It must feel. I can't imagine how they must feel. It must be crazy.
It's really crazy.
Let's go talk about the drafts for just a quick second. BMO now getting that show. And it is the Lard going to be on that Lilia. So the Lilia is something that they really want.
Yeah, and as well as with a carry. Well, having the carry is really, they want something to could be able to kill those tanks as fast as possible. But they're still getting here the Granger. That's actually tricky. Getting the marksman as early as on the third pick. It's because the carry has already been shown.
Yeah, they don't need to. I don't know why. Maybe. Actually, that's interesting. I think the reason why they did that is because they want to counter the next picks here of Ownage. That might be it.
That's a very good explanation about it.
That means they don't have to counter. They don't have to waste another pick for the Granger anymore. That means they can just counter who's next instead of getting a priority pick. So I guess that's what they were going for. But the Gusion has been banned. And I did want to talk about the Gusion. This season, Gusion is so strong lately. I could not explain why. MPL Season 3, we didn't see a lot of Gusion. We saw Gusion a couple times. He fell out of the meta. But now suddenly Gusion is back, and he's back in a dominating way.
Well, Gusion didn't really went down. It's just there's a lot of heroes that could be able to make it better onto the mid lane. In regards with rotation, like the Harriet, like the Lunox before.
Lunox was big for a while.
Yes, but as we can if we're gonna go back on MPL Season 3, Rio from Archangel did use the Gusion onto the finals and did better. And I mean, he actually did a lot.
Yeah, that final game with that Gusion was amazing. How can anybody forget what Rio did with that Gusion in that last game? We thought it was going to be a close one. It was one of the shortest games we ever saw in MPL. Were you there? Were you watching it?
Yes, I was there. I was in Archangel on the back of Coach Panda.
Yeah. Oh man, that must have felt amazing, right? I think I was on the panel for that game. I was on the panel for that grand final, and oh my god, I think
you were actually
I was Doggy and Tad.
Yeah, actually I think Tads was winning the
yeah.
It's like winning who's gonna win
the predictions.
Yeah, the predictions. Right.
And then Doggy got nothing.
Yes, yes.
And I got this one right.
It's actually there's fun thing about Doggy is I want Bren to win, so I'm not gonna vote with him. It's another way around.
Exactly.
It's like it's really him. It's not winning any prediction at all.
we switched. Funny thing is, I switched sides with Tads, who was getting all correct. and then I was the one who got all the predictions right after that. But anyway, let's go back. Franco has been picked, and Ownage showed it. It was a big question mark for me. I don't know why they picked out the Franco at that point in the game, but maybe Onic will do better. We said this in the middle of the game. If you're picking Franco, you have to hit the shots.
Exactly. What is you can see right now here on the Ownage is the high
That's
loss.
another one. That's another one. That better be it.
Chang-O.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the
I love
Chang-O!
it.
Wow.
So Chang-O, also very good this meta, also very good internationally. You know Onic has been trained by like the Onic abroad or something. At least they've had a talk with him. They've been learning from the other Onic, from the big Onic, because these are not Philippine meta heroes.
Exactly.
These are international meta heroes that are, you know, showing their strengths in this season, and I love it for one reason, because I know now, just in my heart of hearts, because now that we've seen how Onic plays and how Onic drafts, they're gonna bring something new to the table. This coming MPL season. You heard it. You heard me say it. You heard us say it here. MPL season 1. Onic is gonna bring the thunder here in MPL season 4.
Exactly. Well, in regards with the Chang-O, it's something that you're not gonna be see whenever you're gonna be picking in a normal rank game. People would say cancer. Chang-O. Whoa, you can pick this one. That there's a better mage for this. But seeing here into the pro scene, I think we are actually changing the meta.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, dude, Chang-O is so good now. People just don't see it, how good Chang-O is. She is an absolute team fight winner. So good in terms of utility, in terms of survivability. It's hard to kill her as well. Not too hard, but if she gets fed, you can't kill her because you can't get close. If you get close to Chang-O, she'll burst you down. She's like a stronger Kimi with that ulti. You know, but it just goes to show that the meta is changing so drastically. But here we go. Let's go straight into the game. As it's now game number 2 for the first series of the MPL season number 4. So here, let's go straight into it as aggression and the ancient power does get swung out by Venus.
Yes. So they're actually trying to put the Teresla
Power
onto the middle. Yes, they're really trying to put the Teresla onto the middle lane. So as you can see, Ownage, I really like their style. They're not trying to do something that they're not capable of.
Yeah.
It's like trying to adjust. This is what they've been practicing for. If it didn't work on the first game, let's try to make it work again onto the second game.
I think it's definitely a better change of pace here. Ownage a little bit slower. Now they kind of feel like Onic is a threat, so they're kind of backing off. You know, Onic has now shown their fangs, shown what they're capable of.
Yes.
And they've made Ownage afraid. And that's a big deal when you're going up against a team. The psycho factor, you know, the psychology behind it. You want teams to fear you. And I think for the very longest time, that's why people were afraid of playing Bren. Because no matter how bad they drafted, no matter what they pulled off, they'll still win the game. But this time, you know, well, of course, nowadays, that's a different story with Bren.
Yes.
But, you know, maybe we'll see that with Onic, you know?
Yeah, so in regards with Onic, well, about the Chang-O, I was actually trying to see the draft of Onic PH right now. They actually mostly like a 3-tank, though they do have the fighter from the Tamus role.
Yeah.
It's still tanky.
Yeah.
There's a sustainability coming. So imagine how much damage can the Chang-O be able to dish. But here it comes. Bimbo!
Oh, nice wall right there coming from BMO, but it's not going to matter because they're going to fall back. Lembot's here, but he's not going to hurt too much. He's still a
Not
little bit
enough
early
damage.
on, but that's pretty good
That grab.
damage. And here comes the ulti from Chago. It's going to be enough to save his life, but not
That
enough to
damage
get a
from
kill
Chago.
right there. And as we said, Chago will save your butt. Level 4, just in the nick of time to make that save. But the turtle will be taken down by Ownage.
Yes, Ownage having a very, very good rotation onto the early game. They actually did it on game number 1 as well, having the 2 turtles on their belt on the first 5 minutes of the game. But will they be able to live it up? Since they have this certain pick with the high loss. This is a tank that you don't usually see. Especially there's a lot of thing that you could be able to use as a tank. Sometimes people are gonna be using Minotaur, or they could get another tank as well. But they're trying to get tanks that not used to into the meta.
Yeah, here's the thing with the high loss. I'm not 100% on it yet. The Minotaur is okay, but I don't like Minotaur. Oh, but wait, hold
Yes.
that thought
Bimo.
right now. Invade coming up from Bimo, but he might get punished. There goes the ultimate right there
Flicker.
from Weiss, but oh, he
A
flickers
first
it to get the kill. First blood from...
But they're not stopping yet.
Oh, what a beautiful kill. They get Lembo too, who is the main marksman. And on the top lane, the bloody hunt and the penalty zone. That's nicely, but he doesn't
Sprint.
have enough life sustain. Oh, he sprints out, gets away, and that's the beauty of the Terizla.
That's mostly like a disaster coming from Ownage. It's like they're going to be getting 3 on the same time. It just so happens that Nixu will be able to sprint out on the nick of time, but here comes they're going into the Tamus.
Oh, and Tamus is looking like he wants to have another piece
The
of this,
Hylos
but
doesn't have mana.
Yeah, doesn't have mana. Has to flicker out behind the wall, and that's beautiful. That's enough. But here he comes, way of the dragon, and CKDD cleans it off nicely. That was an alley-oop.
That's an alley-oop, yes. It's like a kicking onto the bomb of the Lilia.
That's... I wonder if they probably practice that. They
Yes.
have to, but they want some more fights here because Delar, he's in a little bit of trouble there. Big commitment right there. BMO doesn't have Way of the Dragon, but I don't think it's going to matter here.
Hylos
Look how
is slow
tanky
here.
Delar is. You mentioned it, and he's living up to it though, but here comes the carry. 3 is too much. 2 is okay, but not 3. 3 is company for Delar as he goes down in a 3v1.
That's a very, very good bait coming from the Hylos. He's actually trying to bait it down, and the Tamus actually went for it.
Yeah.
And not knowing into the bush, there's actually the carry and as well with the show.
He actually did debated like so
Yes.
hard into that fight, but top lane, that's another turtle. That's one for Onic PH. So now the turtle count is 1-1. Onic yet again finding their form coming into the later stages of the game. They always lose the first few minutes, but now how quick they regain composure, it's a sign of a really strong team.
Exactly. But here comes they're trying. What actually being good here with Onic PH is they could be able to zone out the team. I mean, zone out the whole Ownage, but here comes Diggle.
Oh, penalty zone, but it's a little bit too late there. He still goes down in the end, suppressed for way too long by the Bloody Hunt, and it's a 1-for-1 exchange.
Tamus here.
And again, it's another 2v1. Can he survive this time? But it's
Way of
Lembot
the
on the other side. Way of the Dragon, it's too much for him. Not enough sustain, not going to get the kill, and it's another 1-for-1 for both of these teams.
Yes. Well, I guess the Tamus really needs to make some. He cannot be able to go into team fights yet. He really needs to be like a map awareness.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to fight. You don't want to give a lot of kills, especially to a carry.
Yeah, the carry is somebody who gets strong late game. And if you give him his items early, you're going to have a bad early, mid, and late game. Because that's how good a carry is. The thing that makes carry a balanced hero is that it takes her a long time to get into shape. But when you're feeding her at such an enormous pace, if she's getting really fat, then the game's over and done way before you even get to the 10-minute mark.
Yes, that's great. But as you can see here, very, very on the side of Onic PH, the Chango is like one of the highest level into the game. It's actually paired with Lilia, but I think he hasn't been touched yet.
Yeah.
I mean, in regards with the mystery item on the emblem, he could be able to have more items than the Lilia as fast as possible.
Oh, what a wall right there. Not going to have a follow-up, though. Lord has to commit his ultimate just to be able to support his teammate there. And Nixu lurking here in the shadows.
Trying to get your Chango.
Yeah, they know that the flicker must be down for this. And no big commitments just yet. They're gonna get Zico down very low though, but that's Granger with the ultimate there, and that's a beautiful kill yet again from Weiss.
And Nixu is trying to sustain right here, but the wall will be there just to disengage onto the side of Onic.
Yeah, just in time for the turtle too, so they're gonna be able, they should be able to have this. I don't think that Ownage should be able to contest this turtle. They just lost one member, and the turtle's going down pretty quick.
Exactly, and as we speak, the Tamus did actually change it, but the turtle will actually go onto the ground, and they was tried it, and Cho is actually gonna go down, and they're trying to chase in. Lilia trying to run from here, from Oh My Venus. Will they be able to run off? But that's gonna be a disengage just for the Lilia.
They're just gonna be able to take that, cut your losses. They don't want to commit too much. They lost BMO, they lost the turtle. Enough is enough. They've lost a lot in this early stages of the game. They need to find an opening here for Onic PH. They need to find something. Franco's not hitting his shots, and we said that he has to. He's doing okay, and that doesn't matter. But coming to the late game, Franco's gonna have to do a lot more and step up to be able to make this game a little bit more closer.
Yes, well, Onic PH is actually fighting for like 4v5 matchup right now. Tamus is not actually going there. I mean, he's not still joining the fight, and Onic is still winning. Though it's just a little more, but the Chango is going to be kicked here.
Way of the Dragon, nice knockoff, penalty zone, and everything in the kitchen. They're going to be tossed up in the Bloody Hunt. One more Death Sonata, not going to land though, but here comes Venus. 2-1. That's going to be one kill going onto the Grok, who absolutely melts. So finally, a little bit of breathing space here for Ownage.
Yes, and Tamus is actually getting the top inhibitor turret as a tier 3, and this is something you wouldn't want on Ownage.
Yeah, but here's the thing, I don't know if it's worth it, man. Like, when the Tamus is playing, you want him to be able to dominate a lane, and you want him to win no matter who you throw at him. But the thing is, Tamus is getting shut down every time he splits up. So you have to question at this point, when does Tamus start to join the team, right? When does Tamus start to join Onic? When does the Tamus try to go for those 5v5 fights? I think that the Tamus is not working very well. I think that the only reason Onic is doing well right now is because Weiss is being phenomenal on the channel.
Exactly. Actually, he's about to get cut off there, but he actually went I think there's a flicker that he actually did right there, and they actually won the fight. It's because the Chango didn't die.
Yeah, exactly. So Chango is right now for me the only reason that Onic PH is surviving. But aside from the good rotations, but on top of that, the Tamos is shut down. The Granger's not doing fantastically either, and Franco's not hitting his shots. So technically speaking, if you think about it, Onic are hanging on to this lead by a thread.
Yes, that's correct. But what we can see right now is that they're trying to make a diversion. I mean, look at the Tamos. He's actually trying to join the fight, but here comes the high loss.
But that's a large. I'm sure.
Penalty
penalty zone onto 2 right there. Knock up as well, and Nixu gets a kill, but
down.
taken down really quickly. But the backups here as Lambos now into the picture. They're gonna try to go onto this Lord here. They might have paid the price. You don't want to take down the tank first. It took them too long to figure it out, and they might get the Lord for it. But the Lord doing so much damage himself. BMO's not in a fantastic situation, but look at this. Chango's holding
very
on to
low.
this ultimate. It's very low. Who's gonna get it? It's the execute. It's gonna be the carry who does get it, and the Wave of the Dragon's gonna be committed onto Iaknu. He goes down. DR still too far away. Maybe he should have pushed top lane. I don't know. But that was a very underwhelming fight for Onic PH. They weren't able to do anything for that.
In regards with the actual fight, is that it's a very good discipline coming from the Ownage that they be able to hold that kind of HP, because they actually baited the Granger to win in, and they killed for it. I mean, let's stop the Lord, let's kill the Granger. And the Tamos is actually has a dilemma over under the top lane. Will I go to push because someone is actually going to be defending it, or should I go into the Lord? He's actually went like a 3-second just waiting. Should I go to the Lord? Should I push?
Yeah,
so,
it was that amount of time that he was waiting, which I think cost him that team fight.
Yes.
It was really strange.
So I think onto the books, they really need to listen to you, Illustrator.
Yeah.
The Tamos should be into the fight right now.
I'm going to agree with you completely here, but here we go. Yet another one. They want to go for that Desonata, Way of the Dragon, but it's on to Franco.
Franco's going down.
Yeah, he will, in fact, as Lord now takes him into the picture, but everybody dropping low on the Ownage side. On doesn't matter though, because Onyx still come out of this on the bottom because they lose 1 for nothing.
And that's one key player that you really need.
Still, Tamos on the top lane farming. I don't know, man. I really think the Tamos is so ineffective here, but look at how quick the Lord goes down. The Grok and the Rhapsody able to really take it down so quick.
Yes, but with the level 1 Lord, they could still dominate here, or at least get into it. But Nixu is getting lower, but Sprint will be there. Will they be able to go win? But that's a penalty zone. But Tamos will be able to go out onto the back lane.
Oh, it's going to be a nice knock-up onto Lard, though. Will he go down? No, he flickers out. He finally gets
down.
And that's going to be the back lane. It's going to be dived there by Bebo. He's going to survive. No, he's not. Nixu takes him out, but here comes Wives with the mega kill. We told you the Chango hurts. You didn't believe us, but she does. Mega kill onto the Chango. Wise. He's being very wise.
Exactly. Very, very wise enough. But as you can see, Dilor, actually the Tamos, actually went into the fight, and they won the fight right from there, right off the bat. So I guess what you really say is that the Tamos really needs to be there, just an additional meat onto the fights.
Meat shield.
Yes, like a meat
shield. You need to be a meat shield. You need to disrupt the backline. You need to prevent Lembot from getting those free hits. You need to prevent Nixu from making a clean penalty zone and getting those execution strike. And of course, you need to prevent CKTD from spamming her first skill.
Yes.
And you are not going to be able to do that without Tam. So at this point, they might have realized, okay, Onic, maybe the Lord needs to come and join.
Yes. But as you can see, Wise, like being really wise, is that it's actually melting down every single one from Ownage. I mean, it's just, Nixu is actually...
Oh, what a ball from Zico! Suppressed though, but it's Lard yet again. There comes the Death Sonata, not gonna get the kill. They could punish here. Nixu, but the penalty zone on the 3 right there. And it's gonna be Venus in trouble, but they actually go onto it. Nice pull yet again from Zico. But this time, no one still goes down as the HP drops low, but nobody drops to 0. What a tease.
What a tease. It's actually the Hylos is about to die first. It is actually went down because of the flicker. And next is going to be the Grok. So, as you can see, the sustainability coming from both of this team is there. It just so happened who could be able to burst down first. As you can see, well, in regards to the carry, he's actually going to dish a lot of damage. But if you could be able to utilize it onto the map. But let's talk about that later.
Yeah, but hold that thought. Bloody Hunt, and yet again, it's Lard who they want. They're committing everything to Lard. which is, you know, first of all, why? Second of all, look at what they're doing. BMO now splitting up, making this an impossible push, but penalty zone going to be committed just to keep them there. And here comes Delar. He needs to go back. Someone needs to address this. It's a 1v2 in the bottom lane, but Lembot gets 2 while nobody was looking, and that's going to be
Nick's about to go down.
Yeah, Nick's about to go down, but oh, the flicker in yet again from Wise. Unstoppable.
That Wise.
And Wise, the Wise guy, definitely playing the role here, but the Wise guy might have just gotten outplayed because they are all locked out. That beautiful penalty zone from the Terizla just to stop them from going back to base. And by the time someone was able to respond, the tower was already down. So what a good rotation here from BMO.
And the Lord, this is going to be the level 2 though, but the kick from people will be there. Will they be able to go inside? Lambot is actually low on life and trying to get this Grok. Will they be? Lord is actually hot on life today. Who will be able to take this level 2 Lord to be able to take an advantage?
Oh, it's going to be carry right there, but actually they get a kill. CKTD finally shaping up for this game, and that's a pull from Zico. I don't know if you want that though, but Vitos melts in the hands of Lembot. Walang mauna sa carry is what they say.
Yes, walang makulat talaga sa carry, as you can be able to say that way. But as we can see, Wise not be able to hit a very, very good target, having only on the tanks. But as I can see, right, what actually happened right there is the penalty zone is really doing a lot.
Yeah, it's not doing a lot to kill people, but it's just disrupting the fight. It's making life hell for Onic PH to rotate, to go back, to be able to continue the team fight. And funny thing is, what I love about Onage's adjustment is the fact that they knew that Tamon is going to start joining team fights now.
Exactly.
So they took advantage of that, put 2 people in the bottom lane. They took it, now they actually have Lord 2, and this is a level 1 Lord. Right?
Yes,
level 1
This is
Lord.
going to be the level 2. No, this is the level 2 Lord.
Yeah.
So, I was actually thinking what your thought earlier in regards with the Hylos, but let's talk about it later. There's a clash coming right now. Here comes the Lord onto the bottom lane.
I think it's going to be a difficult siege here, but they probably will get at least 2 towers on. But they split up. Oh no, this is a very bad idea.
They're
because
going
they're going all in here, and that's going to be Wave of the Dragon. Oh, that's going to be a beautiful
Major is
down,
down.
and that's going to be the tower still going to go taking damage. Lord finally goes down, but that's unstoppable for the carry. The back line just able to survive and dish out all that damage. Nobody going down for the side of Ownage here, but Onic PH dropping light flies that. It won't matter, no matter how wise you are, you're
so
not
much damage.
smart enough to be able to take them to the side of Ownage, and it should be an Ownage win here as a monster kill comes up from Wise. Oh, this is a clean turnaround. 1 for 1. Game 2 goes to Ownage. What happened there?
As we can see earlier, as we were talking about the Hylos, why are they trying to pick up the Hylos? It's because they just don't want the Hylos. It's because they don't have a choice. As you can see, Granger as a marksman and as well with the Chango, they can only deal damage